Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
There have been allegations that Jade Cargill has legitimate heat backstage. Now, a former manager has revealed the reason for it. Cargill allegedly has a lot of heat surrounding her at this time. The star has not had the best time in WWE after she was away from the ring for a long time, following an attack by Naomi, one that the latter has confessed now. The Storm has returned and made it her mission to destroy Naomi, but at the same time, she is dealing with rumors of real-life heat also backstage. Hall of Famer of the Stamford-based promotion Teddy Long has now had his say in the matter. Speaking about Jade Cargill on Sportskeeda Wrestle Benches, the Wrestling Time Machine, Long talked about her and revealed the real reason that she had alleged heat. He said that the star was hot-headed and didn't accept anyone saying anything to her, if she thought it was unfair. He said that this attitude can hurt a star, and sometimes you have to ease back, but that was hard for Jade Cargill. Let me tell you something about Jade. No offense, but she just don't take no sh. She one of those women, you ain't going to go walking up in her face talking all this stuff and nonsense, because she ain't going to put up with it. You know, maybe that sometime hurts you in a way. Sometime you got to ease back and see if you can talk things out. Jade is a little bit hot-headed and that's hard for her. But she's just a person who's not going to take no mess off nobody, Long said. 420-446. Long talked about how he knew Jade Cargill from having worked with her a little, and that was what he had observed. In the world of WWE, perception can be just as important as talent. Jade Cargill, a star with undeniable presence and athleticism, was expected to be a game-changer when she made the jump from it to WWE. However, rumors have been swirling that not everything has been smooth sailing for the powerhouse. While WWE fans have speculated on her slow integration into the roster, a former manager has come forward with allegations that Cargill has some backstage heat that could be affecting her push. Early friction behind the scenes. From the moment Jade Cargill arrived in WWE, there was an air of excitement around her signing. Many saw her as a future champion who could dominate the women's division for years to come. WWE made a big deal about her signing, even showcasing her in high-profile appearances on television before she had a single match in the company. However, according to a former WWE manager, who spoke on the condition of anonymity, there were early signs of tension backstage. Jade came in with a lot of hype, and while that's great, it also meant she had a target on her back, the former manager revealed. Some of the talent felt like she was getting opportunities handed to her while they had to grind for years to get noticed. This resentment reportedly only grew when Cargill was placed in the Performance Center to train rather than immediately being inserted into a major storyline. WWE was investing heavily in her development, which some perceived as favoritism. Not paying her dues. One of the biggest sources of heat for Cargill, according to the former manager, is that many wrestlers believe she hasn't paid her dues. Unlike most WWE stars who spent years on the independent scene before making it to the big leagues, Cargill's path was different. WWE is a place where the old-school mentality still lingers, the source explained. You have people in that locker room who worked their way up from bingo halls, wrestling in front of 50 people, just for a shot at WWE. Then you have Jade, who went straight to AEW, had a dominant undefeated streak, and then walked into WWE with a huge contract. Some people don't like that. Several veteran stars reportedly view Cargill as an outsider, someone who hasn't earned her spot the way they did. While WWE's corporate side clearly sees her as a star, the locker room culture is another beast entirely. Clash with a WWE veteran. Tensions allegedly reached a breaking point when Cargill had an altercation with a respected veteran in the women's division. While the former manager did not disclose the name, reports suggest it was a former champion who felt Cargill was not showing enough respect to the veterans in the locker room. There was a moment where a veteran gave her some advice, and she kind of brushed it off, the source claimed. It wasn't malicious, but in WWE, that kind of thing gets noticed. Some of the top women didn't appreciate it, and word spread quickly. The backstage culture in WWE has long been known for its hierarchy. Veterans like Becky Lynch, Bayley, and Charlotte Flair have spent years establishing their positions in the company, and they don't take kindly to perceived disrespect. Even if Cargill didn't mean to slight anyone, her attitude may have been misinterpreted as arrogance. Paul Heyman's alleged role. Another wrinkle in the story is the alleged involvement of Paul Heyman. The former manager suggested that Heyman, known for mentoring rising stars, had taken an interest in Cargill. This might have contributed to some of the resentment from others. Heyman has a reputation for picking favorites and pushing for them behind the scenes, the source noted. He sees Jade as a potential megastar and has been advising her. That only added to the whispers about her getting special treatment. If Heyman is indeed backing Cargill, that could be both a blessing and a curse. While it means WWE higher-ups see value in her, it also makes her a target for those who feel overlooked. Backstage reaction to her slow burn push. WWE's decision to keep Cargill's television appearances limited has been met with confusion from fans. Many expected her to be immediately inserted into major feuds, but instead, she has been gradually introduced to WWE audiences. According to the former manager, this slow push might be due to WWE management trying to smooth things over backstage. WWE doesn't want another Ronda Rousey situation where the locker room resents a newcomer who's pushed too hard, too fast, the source explained. They're trying to make sure Jade earns respect before they give her the rocket push. Rousey, despite her star power, faced heavy resistance from certain wrestlers who felt she wasn't fully committed to WWE's culture. WWE appears to be taking a different approach with Cargill, ensuring she wins over the locker room before being positioned as a top star. What's next for Jade Cargill? Despite the alleged backstage issues, WWE still sees Jade Cargill as a major investment. With WrestleMania season approaching, the company will need big stars to carry the women's division, and Cargill could be a key player. The former manager believes WWE is working on ways to smooth things over and ensure she is embraced by the roster. The good news is that Jade is incredibly talented and marketable, they said. If she can build relationships with the right people and prove she's willing to learn, any heat she has now will fade. One potential solution is pairing Cargill with a respected veteran who can help guide her. WWE has done this in the past, pairing newcomers with established names to help them gain credibility. If Cargill is booked in a program with someone like Becky Lynch or Charlotte Flair, it could go a long way in solidifying her place in the company. Final thoughts. While Jade Cargill's transition to WWE hasn't been as seamless as some expected, it's clear that she still has a bright future. WWE has invested too much in her to let backstage friction derail her push. If she can navigate the politics of the locker room and prove herself in the ring, there's no doubt that she will be a dominant force in WWE for years to come. However, as the former manager pointed out, the next few months will be crucial. Jade has all the tools to be a megastar, they concluded. But WWE isn't just about talent, it's about politics, respect, and timing. If she plays her cards right, she'll be just fine. For now, fans will have to wait and see how WWE handles Cargill's next steps. Whether she becomes the dominant force she was in or fades into the background will depend on how she navigates the unique challenges of the WWE locker room.